Alright, so this is the next episode of In Bed with Daniel Marchenko. And I'm really excited to have you guys with me. Are you guys excited to be here?
Yes,
with me?
I'm very utterly honored. Very special.
It wasn't very hard to get in, right? To get on the show.
I feel very privileged.
Mm. Yeah.
Humility is good. I wish I had more of it.
You're pretty humble.
Huh?
I'm pretty humble.
I am?
You're
No.
humble.
No.
It's always like, I think all the people have some, like there are some people that are just not, they don't have this, like, humility, they just gross. But there are, like, most of the people, like, normal people, I think they are just humble in certain things and not so humble in others. Like, there will be, like, people who do, like, I don't know, 5 things. Like, the guy who does, like, say, I don't know, some arts, some say music, some
Writing, some
poetry.
acting.
And he would brag about just one of them, and everything else he would say, I'm doing this, but I'm horrible at this. Like, this is what I've been noticing. Like, even you, like, you're a martial artist, and you're a cook, and you're like a traveler that live, like, in a shitload of places, but, like, you like, when you cook, you don't take credit for, like, any of, like, when people ask you who cooked this, like, you don't even say that you did. Whereas, like, when you're trying to really, find students for your classes, you're, like,
Sure,
you're really
yeah.
generous about, like, so I think, like, most people are like this. They would only, like, acknowledge that they're good in certain things, even though they're good
Yes.
in much more things.
Yeah.
What did I ever brag about?
Oh, just anything. You're one of the horrible people. And the reason why this happens, and everybody's surprised that this happens, same with Brexit, like, because people live in this, like, social bubble. So when Facebook works like this, it shows you the news that you would agree with. It shows you news that you're interested in.
Yes.
It doesn't, like, you kind of forget that there's so
Other shit out
much
there.
other
Yeah.
attitudes out there, and
Yeah.
you kind of have different expectations about the world, and then people surprised that there's ISIS and then there's, like, Brexit and Donald Trump and shit like this, because they kind of forgot that there's, like, a forest outside of their garden. Yeah, I think I will not be doing my job unless I ask the first American on my show about your feelings about the results of this particular election. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, I think I'm unhappy with the results of the election personally.
That's a good sign.
I'm less concerned about the fact that Donald Trump was elected than
He made it so far.
the fact that so many people voted for him.
Yeah.
But I've never been happy in the United States most of my adult life, and not because of politics. Just I think I dislike the class system
Yeah.
that's involved there. It's still very British.
Yeah.
And by the way, the British should leave Ireland completely.
In the movie.
You told me that you're writing a book.
Yes, I am.
Are you
About
really?
what?
About education.
Nice.
Are you really?
That.
Yeah.
But, like, are you really?
Yes.
Like, okay.
Yes.
How
So you're
far
writing-
into the book are you?
Well, I just started today.
I don't think he's writing a book.
I'm writing a book about education.
Alright, fine, relax.
About liberal education and how important it is. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right? This happened to me too, like, a bunch of times. This is why I'm laying sideways, not because I'm, like,
dangerous,
looking at you,
yeah.
but just because like, the back of my head is really hurts right now. Did I tell you that I'm diabetic?
No.
I am. That's
You're a
right.
diabetic lawyer?
Yeah, I'm a diabetic lawyer that worked in a church.
Very good.
Yeah. He's also weird, he's Coptic.
I'm Coptic.
Therefore you.
Are you gonna do any Coptic stuff when you're in Egypt?
Of course, that's why I'm going.
Really?
Yeah.
So, or like
Like
you're gonna
what?
you're gonna visit this Coptic Mecca?
Coptic Mecca. Yes, I'm going specifically. The whole reason I'm going is to go to.
Hey, that's a mosquito. I'm sorry. I'm excited.
That's very exciting.
Yeah. Okay.
The whole reason I'm going is to go to Dirda Mekar, which is this monastery of Abba
Say it
Macarius. I don't know, it's like Dirda Mekar or something like that.
Deodorant. What? Okay, you know what it means, yeah? So
I
you
have
can.
no idea.
So it doesn't sound like anything to you?
No, matar means like the base or like the yeah, like when you say the base and matar, the soldiers, you basically mean like their base, their where they're
Private.
staying.
Okay, like okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't really speak Arabic. Makar and is Macarius.
Okay.
It's the Arabic corruption of the Greek.
Okay.
So
No, what was funny is not the word itself. It was like when someone who doesn't speak Arabic tries to say like the hard letters, like ba, ba, ba.
yeah.
It's nice. It's not funny in a bad way. Like no, it's just it's
Yeah.
ticklish.
I mean, my whole life, like, I had this, like, epiphany experience maybe 5 years ago where I was living in Denver, actually, and my life up to that point was very bad. Like, I was really miserable as a person up till that point. And then one night I started, like, doing something, I was doing some research online. And I just noticed that like everything that I had read that I really appreciated in my life, movies I had seen, people that I had known that I really loved or respected, everything in my life that was important had some strange connection to this one place, to this monastery in Egypt. And I'm like, wow, that's like really crazy that all of these things are connected. So I started reading about it. I'm like, maybe if I went there, like it would help me. You know, like my life I'll have, you know, a bigger epiphany or something that'll help me out. So I was visiting my family in Cleveland, and there's a large Coptic community in Cleveland. And they have like a big Egyptian festival, and so I called them up and I said, I want to come in and ask you about this monastery. So I went in and I met the priest there from the church, and I knew as soon as I met him that I needed to become Coptic. And then I didn't even, like in my mind I sort of said, it doesn't even matter anymore if I go, like I found what I needed in my life, but you know, here I am, and today actually I got my ticket for Egypt. So I will go to the monastery in December, end of December. And so for me it's like I don't know, like a big pilgrimage sort of thing, you know, to go there.
You're one weird fuck, man. Okay, I'm gonna ask. What if you go there and it sucks? Like, what if you aren't you afraid to meet to finally see the place that you've been like everything in your life was about like for like fucking years? What if it's like, you know, when you like when they say never meet your heroes and shit?
Sure.
Aren't you concerned that it might be like not as enriching of an experience as you kind of perceived it could be?
No, because I'm not going there till I don't have an expectation. Let me put it this way. When I was younger, I was very into Buddhism. Right. I was very interested in stuff like this, and I lived in Japan. I went to Eiheiji Monastery. I thought that was going to be like a really cool thing to do.
Right.
And when I went, it was like a very disappointing experience. Actually, going to Japan was very disappointing because I thought I was going to find samurai. And obviously there were not any samurai, so
Shit.
I was extremely
Maybe you
upset.
did just Google it first.
Yeah,
Say,
yeah.
are there any
Well,
samurai and just
There wasn't any Google either.
Yeah.
Wow, shit, how old are you?
I'm 42. Yesterday, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Happy fucking birthday, man. I had no
Interesting.
idea. Like, I actually love this kind of shit. Like, because, like, you know, like, when people lie for, like, you know, like, some, like, mean reasons, like, in order to achieve something, to gain something, you know? This is not cool. But when people, or, like, to not get into trouble or something like this, I kind of get it, but, like, but when people lie for no reason, just for the hell of it, I love it, because for me it's like, it's not lie, it's poetry of some sort. Like, for me it's kind of art. So I can really appreciate when people make shit up for, like, for no reason.
The best I ever did when I was young, I was taking an airplane from LA somewhere, I forget where I was going. There was this young guy on the airplane he had just gotten married, and for like the whole airplane ride, he told me his life story. And at the end, like as we're landing, he's like, "So what do you do?" And I'm like, "Oh, I work in a glue manufacturing company." He's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, what do you do?" I'm like, "Oh, I load the horses into the grinder." He's like, "Really? They grind up the horses?" I'm like, "Yeah, but we have to shave them." You have to shave them first because people don't want to get hair in their glue. So he's like, "Really? That's so crazy." So when he got off the airplane, his wife was waiting there for him, and he introduced me to her, and he's like, "This is Jeff. Like, he works in a glue manufacturing company. And he like shaves the horses so you don't get hair in the glue." And she's like, "Really?" This is how I want to die. I want to win like a big award, like a Medal of Honor. And then as I'm like going up the stairs to like get the Medal of Honor, I trip and break my neck. So the guy is just like standing there with the medal like, "What?" And the whole crowd would be like, "What?"
Tell her about the parties that you had when you achieved certain. This is good.
My goal in life was to turn 30,
Wow,
which it was questionable whether I would achieve that or not. And but I did in fact achieve it.
Wait, why was it questionable?
Well, because I was just not making choices that seemed like it would get me to my goal.
Very hard goal to achieve. Okay.
So, but I worked very hard for 30 years, and I achieved it. And so when I turned 30, I retired from life.
How do you do that?
So we threw a huge retirement party for me. At my place in Hollywood. So like, I mean, like 100 people showed up, and we like had like a retirement cake and like all the retirement stuff, and like everyone drank, and I was like dancing on top of cars and denting their roof and
Shit.
So you're still retired, like you can go back to...
I didn't go back to before I was 30, no. I didn't go back to 29.
Yeah.